All right, what's up? What's up, y'all? Should all this is your boy, y'all's chosen one. We are in that great book of Deuteronomy. Great book of Deuteronomy, and I'm gonna take this book very slow because it's a lot of important things in this book of Deuteronomy. So let us begin. All right. These be the words which Moshe spake to Yasha'al on the side of Jordan in the wilderness, in the plain over against the Red Sea, between Paran, Tophel, and Laban, Hazeroth, and Dizahab. And if you have your map, you know that I showed you in the previous, in the Numbers chapter 30, I think it was chapter 35 or 34, you can see where all this is taking place. There are 11 days' journey from Horeb by the way of Mount Seir unto Kadesh Barnea. And it came to pass in the 40th year, in the 11th month, on the first day of the month, that Moshe spake unto the children of Yasharallah, according unto all that Ayah had given him in the commandment unto them, after he had slain Sihon, the king of the Amorites, which dwelt in Heshbon, and Og, the king of Bashan, which dwelt at Ashtaroth in Edrei. So you got to remember, some people think that these people were giants, especially Og, king of Bashan. They thought the Amorites were giants, and these were mighty, mighty people. So whether they were actual giants, so if you believe in David and Goliath, why couldn't you believe in this? You know what I'm saying? Alright, on this side of Jordan in the land of Moab began Moshe to declare this law, saying, Ayah, our power, spake unto us in Oreb, saying, Ye have dwelt long enough in this mount. Turn you and take your journey, and go to the mount of the Amorites, and unto all the places nigh there unto, in the plain, in the hills, and in the vale, and in the south, and by the seaside, to the land of the Canaanites, and into Lebanon, and to the great river, the river Euphrates. Behold, I have set the land before you. Go in, possess the land which I swear unto your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give unto them, and to their seed after them. And you see, everybody want to say we all from Abraham, but it's a lineage, man. You have to be from Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. This doesn't start from Abraham. It has to be through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. There is a lineage. And I spake unto you at that time, saying, I am not able to bear you myself alone. Ayah, your power, have multiplied you, and behold, you are this day as the stars of heaven for a multitude. Now think about that, man. Scientists and everybody, want to say the cosmos is all this big, vast area. I mean, they don't know. They really don't know. And as far as I'm concerned, there's a firmament that holds all the stars and everything. So I think they are accountable, actually. So, scientists, don't believe everything NASA and scientists tell you, man. Don't believe everything they tell you. Ayah, your power of your fathers make you 1,000 times so many more as you are, and bless you as he had promised you. How can I myself alone bear your cumbrance, and your burden, and your strife? Take ye wise men, and understanding, and know among your tribes, and I will make them rulers over you. And ye answered me and said, The thing which thou hast spoken is good for us to do. Right. So this is kind of like the first government that they was doing. And really Isaiah was leading. That was supposed to be original plan, but we as flesh wanted a human king. So now Moshe was one, and now we kind of just governing ourselves, dividing it down, breaking it down, like micromanaging our people. So I took the chief of your tribes, wise men and known, and made them heads over you, captains over thousands, and captains over hundreds, and captains over fifties, and captains over tens, and officers among your tribes. So that's how you break it down. Kind of like we do the government today. You have your you have your local ordinance, you have your local government, your state government, and your federal government. You got representatives from each state, all stuff, stuff like that. And I charged your judges at that time, saying, hear the cause between your brethren, and judge righteously between every man and his brother, and the stranger that is with him. Ye shall not respect persons in judgment, but you shall hear the small as well as the great. You shall not be afraid of the face of man, for the judgment is the powers. And the cause that is too hard for you, bring it unto me, and I will hear it. It doesn't matter if it's Donald Trump, Jeb Bush, a drunkard on the streets. Every man is a man. Doesn't matter how small or great they are. You treat all of them the same. and in this system, it's not like that. The rich get privileges, and the poor keep getting poorer, and the rich keep getting richer. And that's I don't see that changing in this country anytime soon. And I commanded you at that time all the things which ye shall do. And when we departed from Horeb, we went through all the great and terrible wilderness, which you saw by the way at the mountain of the Amorites, as our power commanded us. And we came to Kadesh Barnea. And I said unto you, ye are come unto the mountain of the Amorites, which our power doth give unto us. Behold, the your power, have set the land before thee. Go up and possess it, as your power of thy fathers have said unto thee. Fear not, neither be discouraged. Now, this is the land that we was promised, but yet the Most High said, "Fear not." So what are we fearful of? We got the Most High by our side. Why should we be fearful? And ye came near unto me, every one of you, and said, we will send men before us, and they shall search us out the land, and bring us word again, by what way we must go up, and into what cities we shall come. And they saying, please me well. And I took 12 men of you, one of a tribe. And they turned up, and went up into the mountain, and came into the valley of Eshcol, and searched it out. And they took of the fruit of the land of hands, and brought it down unto us, and brought us word again, and said, it is a good land which our power doeth give us. Notwithstanding, ye would not go up, but rebelled against the commandment of your power. And ye murmured in your tents, and said, because hated us, he hath brought us forth out of the land of Egypt, to deliver us into the hands of the Amorites, to destroy us. Whither shall we go up? Our brethren have discouraged our heart, saying, the people is greater and taller than we. The cities are great and walled up to heaven. And moreover, we have seen the sons of the Anakims there. There it is again. Remember all these previous chapters I told you about the Anakims, the Amorites, and these very, very big, tall people. And a lot of people say, no, man, that was just their status. And it clearly says right here that they're taller. Now, when it says taller, that's physical. So I definitely do believe that there were some beings out there that had that little code from those fallen ones. Then I said unto you, dread not, neither be afraid of them. Your power, which goeth before you, he shall fight for you, according to all that he did for you in Egypt before your eyes. And in the wilderness, where thou hast seen how thy power bear thee, as a man doth bear his son. And all the way that ye went until ye came unto this place. Yet in this thing ye did not believe that your power, who went in the way before you to search you out a place to pitch your tents in, and fire by night, to show you by way you should go, and in a cloud by day. So you see, when we see the Most High, again, he's coming in the clouds. You know, those spaceships are going to be hid in these clouds. And whatever system they have, these stealth systems, make them look invisible or whatever, that's how he's coming, in the clouds. Alright, where was I at, man? Okay. Who went in away before, okay, and Ayah heard the voice of your words and was wroth, and sware, saying, surely there should not one of these men of this evil generation see that good land, which I swear to give unto your fathers, save Caleb, the son of Jephunneh. He shall see it, and to him will I give the land that he hath trodden upon, and to the children, because he hath wholly followed Ayah. Also Ayah was angry with me for your sake, saying, thou also shalt not go in thither. So right now, Deuteronomy, the first chapter of Deuteronomy is pretty much just talking about what happened when we was in the wilderness and coming out of Egypt. But Joshua the son of Nun was standing before thee. He shall go in thither, encourage him, for he shall cause Joshua all to inherit it. So we have Caleb and Joshua, who are going to be the two that lead us into the promised land. Moreover, your little ones, which ye said should be a prey, and your children, which in that day had no knowledge between good and evil, they shall go in thither, and unto them will I give it, and they shall possess it. But as for you, turn ye and take your journey into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. Then ye answered and said unto me, we have sinned against Ayah. We will go up and fight according to all that Ayah our power commanded us. And when ye had girded on every man his weapons of war, ye were ready to go up into the hill. You see that? The Most High he's a God of war. So, like today, we're in this country, and you know what do? We work. But back then, the Most High encouraged us to fight for things. So now, today, you know, the reason why we're getting shot in the streets is because they don't care. You're worried about cars and shoes and things like that. But when they do something like that, and Papa's, you have no way to defend yourself because the way you're raised is try to make money, you're selling drugs, you know. But when one of us gets shot, what power do we have over that? We don't have any power over that because you're raising, and that's why a lot of people are becoming more feminine. That's why the black family is just all in disarray, because the things that you look for, you're trying to mimic white America. You know, you're trying to do the things that they're doing. And that's why you see us continue to live in the situation that we're in. But as for you, turn and take your journey to the wilderness. And that's what he was telling Moshe. And Ayah said unto me, say unto them, go not up, neither fight, for I am not among you, lest ye be smitten before your enemies. So I spake unto you, and you would not hear, but rebelled against the commandment of Ayah, and went presumptuously up into the hill. And the Amorites, which dwelt in the mountain, came out against you, and chased you, as bees do, and destroyed you in Seir, even unto Ormah. And ye returned and wept before Ayah, but Ayah would not hearken to your voice, nor give ear to you. So ye abode in Kadesh many days, according to the days that ye abode there. So you gotta know our power, man. You know, it's not what these Christians told you in Sunday school. It's not what they told you at church. He doesn't operate that way. Now that might be their God, their Jesus, but the way our God operates, it's like, man, you gotta do what he says, and he will turn his back on you. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not obedient to him, he will turn his back on you and not listen to what you have. He will not hearken to what you have to say. So you have to understand that. You know, it's not everything that they told you, and like I said in Sunday school, that he operates a whole different way. You know, you can plead and cry. I'm sure Moses wanted to go into the promised land, but if you don't do according to what he says and ask for that forgiveness and that atonement, then he ain't gonna hear a word that you have to say. And the more I keep reading this, the more I'm figuring that out, that he doesn't work that way. Now, their God, their Jesus, you know, he's supposed to forgive all sins and everything, but that's totally contradictory to the way that the Most High works. All right, it's your boy, y'all chosen when I get you guys on chapter 2. That was a very interesting chapter right there, and I'll check you out. Deuces.